motto, I should say, is the environment is our hope. I know you'll be asking me who exactly these people are, but these are vibrant, educated, and dedicated men who have decided to lay down their lives to help Ghana clean by cleaning our country. They go by the name Bus Stop Boys, and today on Everyday People, we speak with these people to know the reason why they decided to take up this project. My name is Victoria Cheibafo, and this is Everyday People. May I know your name, please?
Heneba Kwejo Safo.
Heneba Kwejo Safo. Okay. So there's something amazing about what you guys are doing on our streets, right? And what amazes me is that I learned you guys are from the University of Ghana. How true is that?
Yeah, I'm personally from the University of Ghana, and a lot of them here from UCC, from University of Ghana, and a whole lot. Because basically everybody here is either a student or somebody who has a day job.
So who brought up this idea? Who brought up this initiative?
It all came from me.
What started it? Like, were you just there and you felt like, let me just do this, or what happened?
Well, first of all, I would say a big thank you to my grandfather, who happens to be Apostle Dr. Engineer Kwejo Safo. Growing up as a child, he has a popular saying that says, "Service to mankind is service to God." This is something that I grew up hearing left, right, center: service to mankind, service to God. And on top of that, he will tell you for every nation to take its feet to be on its right path, citizens must be ready to do something for, not for their own benefits, but to benefit the nation at large. So I wanted to practicalize the statement, service to mankind and service to God, and that is what led to cleaning the environment and the Bus Stop Boys.
So recently I saw a video of you, an interview, where you were saying that even before you started, you did it with your girlfriend. Is that what you said?
Exactly. She's now my wife.
Now your wife. No, so when you told her, how did she take it?
Well, as you say, she's somebody that believes I always do the right thing. So she didn't thought of it for a second. She just said, okay, let's go. And then we started.
And then before you got all these UCC people, University of Ghana people on board to work with you, how were you able to convince them? Did they just decide to come and join you? Or, you said something to them?
Well, before we started, I have a lot of boys. Together we call ourselves the Team Brothers. So when the idea came, and then after the first round with my girlfriend, then now my wife, I just fell on the Team Brothers and then explained the whole concept to them and say, bro, we are going to do something not for our own benefit, but for the benefit of our own country at large. So a lot of them agreed to the concept and they bought into the concept, and then we started. I didn't struggle much to convince them because I've been with them for over 13 years and they know me quite that, of course, most of the time I bring an idea, they don't buy it at a go, but as we go on, they realize if they agreed with me from the onset, it could have been great. So this time around, they didn't argue, they just said, okay, let's give it a try, and then we did.
So ever since you started or began, how many areas have you been to?
Oh, there's so many areas that I can't even recall. We started from Kaswa. We did about 5 bus stops at Kaswa before we came to Weja Junction, to Shiashi, to National Theatre. We've done so much so that I can't even recall them one by one.
So when you get to those areas where you are working, do you get people from the area trying to, support what you are doing? Or some say, we are not interested in what you are doing, so go?
Initially, they just look on and keep looking at us as though some hungry boys who are, distilling gutters to find a daily meal. But as we are going and people begin to buy into the concept, a lot of them comes around and then we do it together, because the core of our message is to be able to awaken the mental consciousness of our people to realize that everything that we are came from the environment, or is coming from the environment. And then if there is something that we need to respect and give it our all, it has to be the environment. Because take the environment away and all of us cannot exist. But without us, the environment will do very, very, very well.
So far, Accra is the only place you've worked on?
Yes, because I am in Accra, we are starting with Accra. If it becomes firm and the message gets into the minds of our people, then we can translate it or transport it to other places. But then if you are wherever you are, if you believe service to mankind is service to God, and you believe the environment deserves every respect that we give to whatever or whoever, then you can start your movement everywhere. You don't necessarily have to come and join us, or you don't necessarily have to be me leading you. I am telling you that the environment deserves all the respect that we give to whether our mothers or our fathers. Of course, because without the environment, there is no us. So you can start your own movement as long as you believe in changing the narrative from what people feel about us as Ghanaians to something new. That's fine.
How do you choose the places? Do you have like get calls or receive calls where people ask you that, oh, this place is too dirty, so come there and then fix the place? Or how do you suggest?
Well, we have something we call, as part of our aims or our quote, we call something making unclean places clean. So once you move around on a daily basis trying to find a daily meal or even going on an errand, you just keep looking around. If you find a place that is very filthy or needs to be clean, you just take videos or pictures of it, post in a group, and then we mobilize and go there and clean. So this place, for instance, was a place we saw on last week Sunday. We realized that there's pavement beneath the sand. So I feel like because of lack of sustainable development, even the little national infrastructures that we have are going bad because nobody is committed to making sure we sustain them and maintain them. So there is no special criteria, even though this year we have introduced something we call the community engagement cleanup, because in the end we are trying to bring everybody on board. If you leave it to bar store boys, we cannot do it alone, and we are not even saying allow us to do it all. But with you and collectively coming on board, we can do it regardless of where and who you are. We can come together, and in a year we can make great change as a people.
This thing is like a whole, like, I don't know if I should call it vision, because personally me, I won't see that this is a pavement. So I don't know whether you've actually studied the environment or you've studied the country Ghana or Accra to realize that like these kind of petty things, I just don't know if you get what I'm saying, right? So how are you able to do that?
Of course I study, because specifically for this place, if you look at where is the sand, the heap of the sand starts, that place is clear. And then getting to the end of where the heap of sand ends is also clear. Definitely means the structure, the actual structure that cost the nation so much to build is beneath the structure. And we cannot allow it to go bad, because in the end, give us 100 years, you and I won't be here. Somebody will come. And it is upon us as a people to preserve this very structure or this very land for them to also come and continue. I believe true service to humanity is one that thinks beyond his personal interests.
So ever since you started, how has it been so far? Have you got any support from philanthropists, NGOs?
Well, not yet, but I believe as we are growing, now it looks like every institution wants numbers. So now that we are growing, they are likely to come on board. And if they come we are interested in sending the message in education. So if you are interested in giving us the aid, let's try something like cartoons, something like animations, in a graphics, in a way that we can use those messages, those cartoons to conscientize or to reprogram the minds of the young ones, so that when we are dead and gone, they will come with fresh energy, too much love for the environment, and we can be okay as a people.
So as a young guy that have taken upon yourself this project, has there been any day, any time you felt shy or you felt like you were unwelcome, like in a place where you decided to take up this project?
Well, personally for me, my biggest joy is my ability to solve your problem. So as long as what I'm doing will in the end give peace to the people, where the shyness doesn't come to play. That's for me.
You've not got people say, what are you doing? What is it like? Those kind of.
Oh, a lot. But when you try to explain arithmetic or you are trying to explain calculus to a day-born child, the person will struggle. So when somebody says like, I see that person has not ready or haven't yet understood the message of why we are here in the first place as humans. We are here to serve. And if you understand that concept, then you not even go to the extent of saying or why or whatever. So I do have a lot of such comments, but for me, I know when they finally understand the message, they will even do more than I'm doing.
So have you met anybody, like any government official, anybody working inside this government or like coming to you to help you?
The first person we met was Honorable Henry Korte, the then Greater Accra Regional Minister, who said he's very happy about what we are doing and is going to support us. So we are still in the waiting. And just about 3 days ago, we met the Minister Designate, now approved. I don't know, he was vetted yesterday, so I don't know whether approved or not. But then she also said she's the new minister coming to take charge of sanitation. And then she's happy with what we are doing. She's going to give us her support, not just as a politician, because in the end, this is not politics. I personally believe politics in the end creates so much division among us. So even when I believe what you are doing is good, because I'm not on your side, I tend to criticize it. So I don't believe it has to be political. It has to be for Ghana. That's why we are repping the Ghana flag. This is for Ghana youth. If 10,000 of Ghanaian youths step out and say we are going to fix problems, we can use 1 year to transform this nation without necessarily saying it's MPP or NDC. So we believe that if you want to support us, please come clean, because we are not politicians and we don't intend to.
So if you are to get any help, what exactly would you want the person to get for you to be able to, make this work easy?
Yeah, for the purposes of sustainability, if I get any help, I will be interested in education. And like I say, putting graphics, putting animations, putting cartoons into action, so that the young ones coming especially will be able to get a certain nice message about the environment. Cartoons are very key for kids, and even for us as adults. If you watch some cartoons and it speaks so well, you tend to copy some of the things in the cartoon. I remember the era of the Kunkumbagia and the Pragya and things. After 5 years or 3 years, some Ghanaians were behaving like these Indians, which is very bad. So I feel like it's about time we as a people also find a way of packaging our culture and selling it to others. So yes, if you put our chi in a certain cartoon movie, which is telling other man don't throw trash anywhere or anyhow, I believe it will be a good way. Because if we don't sustain this, personally for me, I don't believe being in the cameras is something that I am craving for. No, I want this thing to be sustainable, so that after 10, 20 years, you move around Accra and everybody is just doing well. And then that's fine, because if you are happy, I am happy. When you are good and you are okay, you don't even think of coming to hurt me in the first place. So when everybody is stable in the mind and everybody is okay, crime automatically goes down.
So apart from, all of that, or someone reaching out to you, have you also reached out to companies for support?
Not yet. Sometimes the process is a very tedious one. So we feel like, let's keep doing what we are doing. If they see the need to come around, we will. But then for now, we are looking at, because a lot of the problems, or a lot of the choke gutters, for example, is products or byproducts coming from these bottled water companies. And so we are looking at writing to them officially for them to either find a way to replace the plastic bottle, or they have to support us to put a lot of guys into business so that they can end up doing this and clearing the street for us. Because in the end, if Ghana should collapse today, where will your company be? So if it's something that will not benefit just you, but it will benefit the country at large, I believe anybody that believes humanity deserves, or Africa or Ghana deserves better, should be interested.
And finally, about the plastics, I think I saw a video of you explaining to, I don't know whether they at a fuel station or somewhere, but you were holding sachet water there, that rubber, and you were explaining to them what can be used, or what that rubber can be used for. What exactly was it?
We also have devised a means of, instead of just throwing the whole plastic away after drinking your water, we have a way where you compress it, take all the air out, compress it, and tight close it. You put it in your pocket as a responsible Ghanaian and send it home. Because one plastic can spend over thousands of years in the environment, and all your generation will come and die, but that plastic will be there. So we feel like if everybody becomes conscious and they begin to package all these plastics in a way that they don't throw it in the environment, it's another way, another form of education that will save not just us, but the environment and the next generation. So yes, plastics too is money. A lot of us don't know that. In as much as there's no money and we are crying and looking for money, the whole plastic garbage itself is money. I have not traveled outside Ghana before, but I know elsewhere there are companies that use waste as raw material. So they are always on the run looking for waste to buy. And as a result, the trash is becoming more like a luxury, and as a result, it's scarce. So when trash becomes scarce, the environment is free.
In the next years ahead of us, where do you see this group?
Well, I see Bus Stop Boys becoming like a household name, that even when you decide to misbehave, it pricks your conscience and tell you, hey, don't misbehave, the environment is our only home. So basically, we are just hoping that, so specifically we choose Bus Stop Boys because whether rich or poor, everybody has been to a bus stop before. So the message is about the mindset of how we are thinking, or how we feeling for ourselves as a people. Because honestly speaking, it is only in our minds that we feel there is a place better than Ghana. the moment you begin to think this place is better, then the mind already auto-suggests a lot of good initiative, good pictures for you in your mind. And then automatically you begin to replicate those pictures in your mind. For me, when I sit down and see Ghana, I see some beautiful picture. So always I'm trying to see how best I can replicate that pictures in my mind physically so that all of us can benefit. It's all about changing your mindset, and life is beautiful. You don't have to hate anybody or even steal from anybody. Just change how you are thinking. Because honestly, life, the mind is just like a computer. If you put in, let's say, mathematics, it's going to give you a lot of suggestions that is related to mathematics. So it means that if you are poor, then it means that you are processing a lot of poverty here. And then you need to change how you are thinking. If you begin thinking rich, then opportunities will be auto suggestions to you to benefit from. So these are some of the hard truths that we have to tell our people, that yes, government will play his part, but we need to empower the people. The people have the right or the true power to make the changes that government is even willing to make.
You are really doing well, and I must commend you and your guys for what you are doing. I hope and believe that wherever you want to get to, God will make a way for you. Thank you very much for speaking with GhanaWeb. So you heard it all for yourself. If you are out there and you believe in what they are doing, I hope and pray that you also come on board and help them so that Ghana will be clean, just as we want it. My name is Victoria Chebafo, and this is Everyday People on GhanaWeb TV. See you on the next episode.